Want to get into sublimation? First thing first, you are going to need a printer to use for sublimation. This here printer that I use for sublimation is an Epson 7720. I believe these printers have been discontinued, but you can still find some out there on Marketplace. People sell them all the time. Sometimes some of the websites have them for sale as well. But I converted this Epson 7720. I actually have another brand new one that I have. I ordered that one Amazon. I don't know if it was a glitch or what, but they had them for $99 and I ordered one. I should have ordered two. But I haven't used that one yet. I haven't converted that one yet, but this one is converted. I've had it for maybe like 2.5 years. It hasn't given me any problems, so hopefully it don't start, but if it do, then I'll switch over to my other one. But first thing first, you are going to need a printer. It's a lot of different printers you can use. There's Sawgrass printers, which come ready for sublimation where you don't have to convert them. There are some Epson printers that comes, those EcoTank printers, you really don't have to convert those. You can just pour your sublimation ink in those and just use those. But me, I have this Epson 7720 and I had to get cartridges for it and convert it to use for sublimation. All right, also you are going to need a heat press for sublimation. Most sublimation substrates calls for to be pressed at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. You are going to need a heat press. There's also Cricut Easy presses that you can use. I've never bought one. Honestly, if you want to get into sublimation, I wouldn't buy one. I'll just go straight and buy a heat press because you get better pressure with a heat press. This here is a 15 by 15 heat press. It's my smaller heat press. Actually, I have a smaller one. I have one that I bought like way back when I started sublimation. It was kind of like, actually it was a gift that was bought for me, but that's what I told the person to get. If I knew then what I know now, would not have told them to get me that heat press, but it was like a 9 by 12, so it's very small. You really can't do anything on it but like small things like keychains and maybe picture frames, but you can't do like all over shirts or large items because it's so small. I still have it. I thought about getting rid of it, but I just still have it as a backup. I also have this 16 by 24. This is my biggest heat press. I'm actually looking to get a large format heat press, but for now this is what I have. So I have a 16 by 24 and then this 15 by 15 heat press. So you're going to need a heat press. You could use a Cricut Easy Press like I said, but you're not going to get the pressure that you would get with a heat press because you have to manually like press down on it. With these you can kind of set the pressure with the dial at the top, and they both have a dial at the top. Alrighty, hello. This is Keisha and welcome back to the channel. This video here is going to be a video about sublimation essentials or sublimation basics. So if you wanted to start sublimation and you wanted to know like, what do I need to start sublimation, this video is going to be about the basics that you need to start sublimation. All right, so first thing first, you are going to need a printer for sublimation. You will need ink for sublimation. I'll go back and go over the printer that I use for sublimation. There's a lot of different printers that you can use for sublimation, but I'll let you know the one that I use, which is an Epson, but I'll go back towards the end. I'll let you know what printer I use. You are going to need sublimation ink. The ink I use, I've been doing sublimation for like maybe 2.5 years. The ink that I use is Cosmos ink. And it comes with 4 different colors. You have syringes that you will use to put the ink into your cartridges. So this is Cosmos ink. This is the only ink that I have ever used for sublimation. There are other inks that you could use. They sell inks on Amazon. There's other sublimation ink sellers, but as far as the ink that I have used, this is the ink that I have used since I've been sublimating, and that is Cosmos ink. And like I said, it comes with 4 colors. It comes with a yellow, I can't even see, a magenta. This one actually got 2 magentas in it, and it's actually supposed to be a magenta and a blue. But I have some more blue. I could probably contact them and let them know they got 2 magentas in this here package. It's sealed. But it comes with the yellow, a magenta, a black, and a cyan. The cyan is the blue color. So you are going to need sublimation ink, not pigment ink. Pigment ink will not work for sublimation. You need sublimation ink for sublimation. Sublimation. You need sublimation ink. For my printer, I converted it myself following a video. I can link the video down below that I used to convert my printer. I use Cosmos ink video to convert my printer. When I first converted, I ordered like a kit. It came with the ink, the refillable syringes, and the cartridges. You have to switch out the cartridges that come with the printer for these cartridges here. And like I said, I've been using that for the whole time. This is just an extra kit that I bought because I have an extra printer behind me that I have not converted yet. I'm just saving it to convert. I actually was going to convert that to a pigment ink. It's actually, the ink that comes with it is actually it's actually pigment ink, and I was going to order some of the Cosmos ink, pigment ink, and use that ink for the printer, but I'll probably use that as a backup sublimation printer. So you're going to need your printer. You are going to need your ink. Next, you are going to need your sublimation paper. I am not here to push a certain sublimation paper. I've used different brands of sublimation paper, but I am going to show you what I have used that has worked for me. So when I first started subbing, I started out using a sub paper. It works very well. They have different sizes, but a sub sublimation paper. I started out using a sub. I actually still use a sub. I like it very well. It works very well for me. I have also used Craft and Bestie sublimation paper. Works very well. No issues. No ink left behind. So I use Craft and Bestie sublimation paper as well. And I also use Blanks Galore sublimation paper. No ink left behind. Works very, very well. I actually have a lot of Blanks Galore sublimation paper. Sorry for the noise. I have a lot of Blanks Galore sublimation paper, the Craft and Bestie sublimation paper, as well as the A-Sub sublimation paper. So those are the 3 different types of sublimation paper that I have used since I have been sublimating, and they all work very well for me. Next, you are going to need heat tape. This heat tape here, I believe I purchased on Amazon. So you will need heat tape. Heat tape you will use to, let's say you're doing a shirt and it's like a center print shirt as such that I have on. Once you lay the print down and you have it centered, you want to put heat transfer tape on the edges to kind of keep it from shifting. So you are going to need some heat transfer tape. And like I said, I ordered this on Amazon. I will have some of this on my site soon. My website is www.thepinkbarcode.com. We do have some sublimation blanks on there at the moment, but we will be ordering some of this heat transfer tape. So you will need heat transfer tape. And like I said, I ordered this on Amazon.com. All right. Next, you are going to need a lint roller. You can get a lint roller from anywhere. Dollar Tree. You can get a lint roller from Walmart, Joann Fabrics. I mean, they have lint rollers everywhere. Kroger's, Publix, any grocery store. You are going to need a lint roller. So with sublimation, you want to make sure you lint roll your t-shirts. A lot of times your t-shirts have like lint. Your socks that you sublimate, and any sublimation substrate that you are sublimating that is cloth, you are going to need a lint roller to kind of roll those the little lint. Even if you like just standing with the light facing in your face, you're gonna see like lint flying in the air. That lint gets on your fabrics, and once you press your fabric under the heat press, that lint, it causes like blue marks on your items. You don't want that. So make sure you lint roll. So when you press, those lint fibers are not sublimated or causing those blue marks onto your item. So you need to get a lint roller, just a regular lint roller. Like I said, they have them at Dollar Tree. They have them at Walmart. Most people have a Dollar Tree near them. If you don't, you have a Walmart, a Dollar General, Family Dollar. They have lint rollers. Next, you will need some heat gloves. You can order heat gloves from Amazon.com. These are the heat gloves that I use. They have like a rubber coating here. And this side is just kind of like a mesh. Oh, excuse me. But these here, the gloves that I use, I get them from the Dollar Tree. So if I'm doing mugs or tumblers or something, these gloves allow me to get that tumbler out of my oven or that mug out of my oven just long enough to sit it down, let it cool off a little bit. Then I'll take the gloves, you know, while I have the gloves on, and pull my sublimation paper with the image off. These are not labeled as heat gloves. These are labeled as nitrile coated gloves, but I've been using these for a while and they work for me. But like I said, you can order heat gloves from Amazon, but I've been using these Dollar Tree. Every time I find these at Dollar Tree, I grab me a pair. I have about 5 pair, different colors. They work for me. As long as you're not standing there just holding the item. Once you take it out, you know, just standing there holding it. You can hold it for about maybe about 30 seconds without the heat coming through these gloves, and then you want to set it down. But like I said, they work for me. As long as you don't, you know, pull whatever it is out the oven, you just standing there holding it like la 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 la. Pull it out, let it cool off a bit, pull your image off, and good to go. So this is what I use. Dollar Tree nitrile coated gloves. All right, you are going to need, you don't necessarily need it, but I use it when I do t-shirts, just so the image don't penetrate through the polyester t-shirts. If you subbing on t-shirts, you need 100% polyester t-shirts. You can sub on 65-35, so it's 65% polyester, 35% cotton. Those t-shirts are going to give you kind of like a vintage look. But if you got 100% poly, 100% poly subs really well. But you want to use parchment paper to kind of line in between your shirts. So before you sublimate, you want to line on the inside with parchment paper, or you could use butcher paper. I've purchased the big roll of butcher paper from, where did I get my butcher paper? From Sam's Club. And I believe it was like 20, I don't think it was no more. It was like $20 for a big roll. And I still have a lot of it left. So you can line your shirt with butcher paper, or you can get parchment paper from Walmart, Kroger's, Publix. They have this at Dollar Tree, but I think the one that's at Dollar Tree has like a wax coating. But yeah, you can use parchment paper to line your shirt or whatever you're pressing, so the image don't bleed through. All right. What else? I want to make sure I'm not forgetting nothing for your basics that you would need for sublimation. You are going to need sublimation blanks, and I have quite a few here. So if you're subbing like a t-shirt, let's say you want to sub a memorial print on a white t-shirt, you want to use 100% polyester. If you use a cotton shirt, the image is not going to, it'll sub, but once you go wash it, it's going to wash out and it's going to look faded. So make sure you are using 100% polyester. You are going to need, like I said, sublimation blanks. There's a lot of different sublimation blank suppliers. I myself am a sublimation blank supplier. I have sublimation blanks on my website at www.thepinkbarcode.com. It will be in the description box down below. If you're just beginning, don't go and spend a ton of money on sublimation blanks. Because once you start buying sublimation blanks and you get them from different suppliers, it can cost you. So if you're just beginning and you want to get practice, don't go and buy sublimation blanks. Unless you just want to try out that blank. But if you just want something to practice on, there's a lot of alternatives. So if you go to Dollar Tree, they have stuff that you can sublimate on. So these here tiles, they're microfiber cloths. They are, look, I can't see. I took my glasses off because the ring light kind of give me a glare in my glasses. So I took them off. So it's not, it actually looks like a glare to you. It's fine for me. But these microfiber cloths are 100% polyester. So if you want something to practice with, these are good items to practice with. They're in a Dollar Tree in a hardware aisle. You can use these just to practice with, to sub an image on. Dollar Tree also carries t-shirts, and sometimes you can find 100% polyester t-shirts. I found a few on a few different occasions. Those are good to practice with. This here is, it says craft fabric. It probably looks backwards to you because I got my camera flipped, but this is like craft fabric. I actually got this from Dollar Tree for $1. It's 100% polyester. It's actually, I haven't even opened these up yet, so let me see how big it is. It's actually a pretty big piece to practice with. So I got these because I'm not sure if y'all have seen the t-shirts that's been trending that people have been doing with the slits, and then under the t-shirt it's like an image. So I got these. I actually have a big bolt of it's like satin. It looks satin, but it's polyester fabric over here. But I know some people was looking for pre-cut pieces so they don't have to get them cut. And people was talking about going to like Joann Fabrics or Hobby Lobby to have them cut them, the pieces in sheets, so they don't have to cut them when they get home. So I found these at the Dollar Tree, and I'm like, that's a good, you know, it's not too big. You can pretty much fold it in half and cut it yourself. And if you're gonna do the slit t-shirts, this actually could give you about 4 pieces, just depending on how far down you want your slits. If you want it just, you know, in the chest area, or if you want it all the way down. So you can get like 2 to 4 pieces. If you just cut it on the side, or if you fold it, you can cut it in 4s. But, oops, sorry. This is a good piece of fabric to practice with if you want to practice sublimation. Like I said, it's 100% polyester, so it should give you a good sub. All right, more sublimation blanks. This here as well, it's a satin pillowcase, subs very well. I got this from Dollar Tree as well. You can sub it and just use it as a pillowcase. You can cut it up and cut you some squares that you can use to do use for those peekaboo shirts that people are doing. So this is a good piece of fabric as well, inexpensive, that you can use as a practice piece. Like I said, if you are doing sublimation t-shirts, not sure if you can see this, you probably won't be able to see it. And then, like I said, it's probably backwards because I got my camera flipped, but you want 100% polyester. This is a shirt. I actually don't want to show the image because it's some memorial shirt that I did, but if you want to do t-shirts, 100% polyester. Like I said, you can use the don't use cotton because the image is not going to stick and hold up on the cotton. They actually do have solutions that you can use to spray on the cotton fabric and then sub it, but I have not used that, so I can't vouch for it. But 100% polyester t-shirts. You can also sub on the 65% polyester, 35% cotton t-shirts. And like I said, it's going to give you like a vintage look. This here is a sequin pillowcase. I know if you have been looking into doing sublimation, you have probably seen these around. So you are going to want to sub on the white side. It'll give you a great sub. And then it's reversible. So when you rub it, I believe this is like a champagne or a rose gold color. So that's one side, and you want to sub your image on this white side. We have these available on our website as well. This here is a sublimation baby bib. So there's a lot of different substrates that you can sublimate on. This here is, like I said, a baby bib that's 100% polyester. Those are available on our website as well. This here is a sublimation mug, 20-ounce mug. We'll do some, I'll do some videos on subbing on some of these items as well. I've actually subbed on them in the past, but I'll do some good videos subbing on the items. But this is a 20-ounce sublimation mug that can be subbed on as well. This here is an angel wing necklace that could be subbed on as well. It actually comes with a little disc. It's actually inside of there. But this little disc you can sub on, and then you'll stick it inside of there. So we'll do a video as well, subbing on one of these angel wing necklaces. Most people get those for memorial services and things of that nature. This here is a graduation stole that could be subbed on as well. Sublimation mask that could be subbed on. A bling pacifier that could be subbed on. We actually have these in a lot of different colors, but there's 2 discs. There's a disc that go here and a disc that go here. You can sub on those 2 discs. This here is like a shoulder bag or like a little crossbody bag that can be subbed on. So you are going to need sublimation blanks. If you don't want to invest in sublimation blanks at the moment, you can always find less inexpensive items at Dollar Tree. If you want something just to practice on. Walmart. I actually have an item over here that they got from Walmart. I didn't get it to sub on, but I'm probably going to use it to sub on. But anyway, this is like a crossbody bag that probably can't see me, that you can use a sub on. If you're a thick girl, you can use it. You can tighten up the little belt and wear it as like a fanny pack. If you're a thick chick, probably can't see me, but you can do that. This here is a sublimation business card. You can sublimate on this side here, and the back is just blank. These actually come two-sided as well if you want to sublimate on both sides. This here is a sublimation baby t-shirt, 100% polyester. You can sub on this here as well. I'll probably be doing a video subbing on one of these tomorrow, because I have a baby box that I have to do for a set of newborns whose baby shower is, the baby shower for them is Saturday. So I'm gonna probably do 2 of these for them. But this is a sublimation onesie. We have these available on our site as well. Sublimation coffee mug. So there's a lot of different substrates. But like I said, if you are just new starting out, you don't have to waste your money buying sublimation blanks, because it can get a little pricey, especially if you're not familiar with sublimation and you basically just practicing and messing up items. Over here, give me 1 second. Let's see. So this here is a sublimation, not sublimation. It's 100% polyester curtain that I got from Walmart, and I want to say it was maybe like $8. You can take this curtain, like I said, just if you want to cut yourself out some squares just to practice with. Like I said, so you're not wasting money, because the key here is not to waste money. You want to reserve your funds and save your money. But you can always go to a fabric store and get 100% polyester fabric as well. But this here is a curtain that I got from Walmart. I want to say it's like 84 feet long. So I may use this to cut some squares out to sublimate, or I may make like a do a step and repeat kind of sort of to use for like a backdrop. Oh, sorry. So yeah, so you are going to need sublimation blanks. Let's see, is there anything that I forgot to tell you that you will probably need as a beginner starting sublimation? That's pretty much everything. There's one more thing that you'll probably need, and that is Teflon sheets. So this Teflon sheets you'll use to, so once you put your, let's say I just sublimated, or let's say I want to sublimate this here baby bib, okay? So, oh, sorry. So let's say I got my bib. I'm the heat press. I'm gonna be the heat press, okay, y'all? Because my heat press is behind this here backdrop. So let's say I want to sublimate this bib. So I'm the heat press, so I am going to, actually I usually line my heat press with a piece of parchment paper or butcher paper. I don't know why I always do it, but first thing first, I line my heat press with a piece of parchment paper or butcher paper. So I'm the heat press. This is my parchment paper, my butcher paper. I'm going to lay my bib down, right side facing up. So this is the side that I'm going to print on. I am then going to place my image. So let's say this is my image that I printed. This is my sublimation paper that I printed my image on. When you print your sublimation image, you will want to print that image in reverse. And we'll go over that later. Right now, this video is just to kind of show you the basics that you would need to start sublimation. So this is my sublimation paper with my image on it. I'm going to lay that over top of my bib. Then I am going to cover that with my Teflon sheet. So that's what a Teflon sheet is for. And then my head is the top of my heat press. I'm going to close my heat press and press my substrate. Normally, rule of thumb, you are going to sublimate at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. But you always want to read the instructions when you order sublimation blanks and such, because most suppliers, they give you the time and temp that you want to press the substrate at. So once my substrate is done pressing, I'm going to lift my heat press. I am going to take my Teflon sheet off. I'm going to take the image off, the sublimation paper with my image off. That is trash. You cannot use that again. My image will then be on my baby bib, and it's a done deal. So that is pretty much it for the basics that you would need for sublimation. Let's see, I don't think I forgot anything. I don't, but if you have any questions, comments or concerns, leave those below. If you have any video suggestions, leave those below. I'll be sure to check the comments and answer those questions, and check out those video suggestions. Like I said, this was just a little video just to kind of give you the basics that you would need for sublimation, just to get started. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified every time we upload new videos, and click that like button. Click that like, because that helps us. You help us, we can help you. Until next time, thanks for watching. Deuces.